Okay, let's watch this. So this is the original take. I would like to facilitate the creation of legislation.
Oh yeah, I saw that video. Somebody asked me to watch this. I mean, I'm curious about it, but I saw this core video. I think it was like really short. It's just Pokimane like kind of weirdly and cringily saying like, "Oh, I'll help write some online legislation." It's Pokimane. I'm just not a big fan of her. I don't have any specific reason. It just she kind of annoys me, but at the same time, we do fundamentally, we're a little regressive on online laws or laws dealing with online stuff. So, I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with her. I just don't particularly care for her as a person. So.
Twitch chat brain. I would like to facilitate the creation of legislation that holds people accountable for the actions that they do online.
That's fair.
I don't know if I should get into the details because it might rattle some folks, but yes.
This would never happen.
I think there are some.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's probably hard for it to happen, but it makes sense. I mean, like if you're online bullying somebody, like it makes sense, depending on the severity of it. But I guess some laws would already do that. Like if you're encouraging somebody to, slide on a sewer, obviously, that's something that you should be legally held responsible for. It just depends on like what the nuances of it are, like the specifics. So.
Some companies that I'm going to message, or not companies, organizations that are involved with certain causes, and I'll be like, listen, if you ever need someone to, I'm your girl.
So,
it doesn't matter what she could have said. Nobody would have liked that. This is horrible. Would have just really pumped up with cringe here. That's the worst way you could have talked about that. She could have been like, hey, you know what? There are some things online that I think could be better when it comes to the way that we deal with it from like a police perspective. But instead, she's like, I can talk. It's like, oh my God. Please don't. Jesus Christ.
So she said that people got mad at her. What happened? Pokey wants stricter prosecution of distribution and possession of revenge porn. What she was actually
Pokey wants stricter prosecution. Oh, revenge porn. Oh, she's right. Yeah, they should have very strict stuff.
talking about.
That happened to me. Some girl leaked it before. It's a long time ago. She was too poor to sue. I'm a dog, bro. Oh my God. I'm happy I'm finding love in Christ and my wife because I was a real animal.
So I guess like this was the original clip that got like clipped out of context or something. Is that?
I mean, I'm not. It's upsetting, but at the end of the day, I have a nice looking schmeckle, so I'm okay with it.
What happened? Look, here's the thing. I don't think this would happen. I don't think this is. But if there is a way to get this, there's a way to get this done. I guess like going through corporations is the smart route. I think she's smart to like not even try to directly go to legislators because.
Well, yeah, she's basically saying that she could be a lobbyist.
Legislators have no power, but corporate lobbyists do. They could use this as a brownie point for themselves or something. But ultimately, I don't even know what the take is. Like I want to understand what she wants to legislate.
CP is illegal to have like on your PC or anything. And I think there's only now starting to become like certain legislation against things like revenge porn or whatever. I've had so many girls message me and they're like, oh, my ex like leaked my photos and I feel like I need to disappear off the face of the earth. Like I'm so heartbroken, blah, blah, blah. I think it should be illegal.
Let's see. In New York State, it is a criminal and civil offense to disclose an intimate image of another person with the intent to cause harm. Wow. That's weird. To intent to cause harm. I guess it makes sense. Threats to be disclosed addressed civilly. Threats to disclose can be addressed civilly. This act is punishable up to 1 year in jail or 3 years probation. Interesting. And that's only in New York, though, so I doubt that it's everywhere. Interesting. I wonder how bad, like, where is it everywhere? I mean, it seems like there's a law in every state. I wonder what you would do specifically. Let's see. Interesting. Maybe she would advocate for it to be harsher, which makes sense, because once it's out there forever, so it should be, like, really... I think her because a lot of these I'm reading through these are misdemeanors. There are some where it's more intense than that. Like a lot of them are. I think misdemeanors aren't as bad as misdemeanors because obviously women are inferior. Sorry, this is a stupid joke. I guess her advocation would be to increase the violation to be more than just a misdemeanor. Maybe more like some areas they're a felony. I don't know what the fuck a class G felony is, but top G felony over here. That's when you kidnap 2 girls, allegedly. Okay. I guess that was what her advocation is for.
To even have on your phone, on your PC, on your anything.
Oh, sorry.
I think it should be illegal to even have on your phone, on your PC, on your anything.
Wait, are you talking about like regular stuff?
My photos, and I feel I've had so many girls message me and they're like, oh, my ex like leaked my photos and I feel like I need to disappear off the face of the earth. Like I'm so heartbroken, blah, blah, blah. I think it should be illegal to even have on your phone, on your PC, on your anything, photos of someone that like they don't consent to having. And
well, yeah, sure. But the problem, sure, I guess I agree with that. My thing is that if it's like an ex-boyfriend, you send it to them in the first place. So as long as they don't go around showing it, you know what I mean? That's fine. But then what's like the implication here? What's the idea that you force somebody to remove your nudes off their phone afterwards? Okay, I guess. It's just weird to... Okay. It's just a weird idea.
I think there aren't enough examples of people being punished for that. Like,
true. I stand with Jennifer Lawrence.
People spread that shit in high school like it's nothing. Well, I guess I mean like if it is illegal, we need to enforce that a bit.
So she's talking about CP, which is child porn, and then talking about revenge porn, right? Both of them are illegal, okay, for the record. Both of them are illegal. And if you're talking about high school, revenge porn can fall into the category of CP as well, for the record. And as a matter of fact,
for the record, guys,
legislation in that regard is a little bit murky and sometimes a little overbearing. Like even if it's consensual nudes that like two high school students sent to one another, it can still be prosecuted sometimes as CP, which is unacceptable and kind of fucked up. But as far as
it's messed up for like the two people involved, since like, you know, the girl could get or like the person who takes the picture can get like prosecuted for CP, which is unfortunate for them because like obviously they're not trying to do anything like that. Phones are weird, bro. Let's go back to the Stone Ages.
As like revenge porn goes, possession of revenge porn, just like possession of child pornography, is only enforceable at the level of distribution.
Refers to distribution of sexual pornography images. This includes images taken without consent or images without consent, but later distribution without the consent of those. Wait, so you can only prosecute like this stuff at distribution? That's stupid to me.
Because there is no like broad net of...
I guess, well, at least CP, if you have it, you should just be prosecuted. Maybe he's just talking about revenge porn and I'm just being stupid.
People that are like looking into every single person's computer all the time and figuring out if there's CP there. No, that's why they tackle CP at the distribution level.
Well, it makes sense that they tackle it there, but I think you could still get hit if you have it on your hard drive. Obviously, you should be able to get hit if you have it on your hard drive. It just makes more sense to go from the distribution chain because it's probably easier from an infrastructure perspective. Then revenge porn doesn't become revenge porn until you release it, obviously, because first it's just you have the picture that your partner sent to you.
Level in the same way that they tackle revenge porn at the distribution level. There's no way to like surveil every single computer. I mean, there might be in the future, and I hope there isn't, by the way. I do think that would be a horrible idea.
Whoa, Hassan, what are you hiding, bro?
To literally monitor every single thing that you're doing on your fucking computer is insane.
Whoa, God, what are you hiding, Hassan? Hey, listen, if you want to see the degenerate shit that I'm looking at on my computer, God bless you. It's nothing illegal. It's just I just feel ashamed of myself after I finish. You know what I mean? But that's just every man in the world. It's what we call werewolf mode. It's a little different from goblin mode. Goblin mode is when I'm like I'm yelling and going crazy on the stream. Werewolf mode is when I'm so riled up that I basically turn into a fucking dog. You know, back when I was younger, this manifested in me talking to some lovely women that, hey baby, that may not have necessarily been at my level of physicality. So that post-nut clarity is a strong thing. Weregoat, yeah. One time, I hooked up with a girl when I was a lot younger, and she's such a nice person. I never saw her in the light though. Yeah. And I saw her in the light the next time. I was like, oh, that's something. Oh, that's something. Yeah. Anyway, hey, listen. As you get older, become more mature. Yeah, her fucking spider sense. She's Baby, I love you. She said she loves me the most. So not true. I love her more, but hey, guys, control your urges.
Already backdoors and shit, which is fucked up. As far as revenge porn goes, yes, I think it's completely unethical, and I do think that luckily there are some laws against it now.
I was a fucking demon. Yeah, it's terrible.
Now, even though the prosecutorial aspect of it or the actual like investigation aspect of it is still insanely dehumanizing, it is ridiculous. Like
How revenge porn victims are forced to deal with incompetence of police. Yeah,
and they don't do a good job of like genuinely investigating that. In that regard, I think it's definitely an area that needs improvement. It happens. People don't understand. People don't understand like the internet yet.
Bro, relax. Papa, no offense, you're not that hot yourself. First of all, I'm a decent looking guy. All right. Now you're just trying to upset me. I'm a nice looking guy. Okay. I'm 6'4". I'm a chonker, but I'm broad. I have a smooth, beautiful voice. I'm mature. I've always made okay money. I've always had good work ethic. These are very attractive qualities to women. Okay. Like, you even hear my voice. All right. I'm not a good streamer, but I'm still a streamer. And part of that's my charisma. All right. I'm also dumb as fuck, which means that I have no shame. You know, and that's the thing. Ignorance is bliss. So it's never necessarily been that difficult for me to slam hams, you know what I mean? I'm not putting them down. I'm just saying that they were, you know, listen, you're stun locking me right now. Okay? Beast Billy, you're stun locking me. Okay? That's all right. Exactly, please. All right, you just like my voice. Well, listen, I'm not trying to fuck you, okay? I'm married. Jesus Christ Almighty. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay. All right.
Completely. Our legislators certainly don't. They're like 700 years old. But as far as like revenge porn goes, the NSA actively does monitor everything. It's not a problem. As if they do it actively, it's readily available data that is provided when asked for by government bodies. Yes, but we're talking about like there's probably CP in people's computers right now, and the government does not know. Okay, I mean the probability of that is very high. Just like there is also a very high likelihood.
Yeah, there's a baby's penis in my phone because it's my penis. It's so small. Bro, there's no way that joke was ever going to land the right way. Fuck. Holy shit. Oh, Lord. Well, you know, hey, listen. I thought it was a funny joke, though. Okay.
That people are in possession of revenge porn. But the only way that you can tackle the problem with CP and tackle the problem of revenge porn is at the point of distribution. That's why the FBI is the largest holder of child pornography on the fucking planet, basically. They were running the biggest CP website on the fucking planet because they would prosecute every single person that they distributed the CP to. And there's like a level of that's an ethical conundrum that, you know, you can think about as well. That is kind of, it's a interesting situation, right? Like the FBI is like regulating the CP. How do they get the possession of the CP? Is it ethical for them to maintain the CP? Is it ethical for them to fucking spread it around? Ultimately, with like pedophiles, you know, watching it before they're arrested. However, like I said, it can only be investigated at the point of distribution.
Bro, it's not actually a baby's penis. It's just I just have a very tiny wiener. Okay, that's the joke. If you're not understanding that, okay, you don't have enough of a big brain. Your dick's too big. Okay, that means that all the blood's flowing to it, so you don't have enough blood in your brain. Okay, dude. Anyway, what else does Hassan say for the next 10 minutes? Because I don't really know.
A pedophile, when he downloads it off of a website, boom, all of a sudden they're flagged, and now an investigation is being conducted. You can't really do that with revenge porn in the same way, but I think they should do that with revenge porn in the same way, and I think that's precisely what Pokimane is. That's what she's talking about here as well. How is it revenge porn?
It sounds like we're giving this a lot of attention. What else is happening here?
It's not being distributed? No, I think that's what she's saying, is like revenge porn. When you are in possession of nudes of an ex, okay, who no longer consents to you having those nudes, and you decide to post it, or you decide to share it, you decide to show it with people, that is illegal. That is technically illegal. Okay, you are distributing pornographic material that you do not have the right to own any longer. No, it's not. It is.
I mean, I wouldn't say it like that. I think that once you send somebody a picture, like they own it basically in some capacity. Like you can't. I don't think you could tell them that they have to delete it. I mean, maybe you could. There's a conversation to have about that. More than anything else, though, you were never given consent to release it. I don't think that it matters whether. It's just like a weird way that his perspective is that if you're with somebody, they send you a picture. Once you're not together, you're supposed to delete it, I guess, which I guess could make sense. I mean, you should, but I think more than anything else, I would go with the argument of like you were never given the consent to release it, and you released it with malicious intent to try to hurt that person by embarrassing them by showing like a very intimate part of them. But okay.
Absolutely illegal. You are wrong. That is when it becomes revenge porn. What the fuck are you talking about? You cannot upload an ex of yours, photographs, naked photographs onto a website. Unfortunately, there isn't a lot of great investigations being conducted on this, but you can't do that. That is
non-lawyers analyze the law. Exactly.
Technically illegal. There was a point in time when it wasn't illegal. It's not illegal to possess though. CP is illegal to even possess. No, I understand that. While CP is illegal to possess, the maintenance of that or the investigation of whether or not someone has CP is still being conducted at the point of distribution. You get it? Back in the day, revenge porn was not even illegal. There were websites specifically dedicated to revenge porn. We have watched a video on Hunter Moore, I think his name was, like the guy who had the
all right. What else could you possibly say about
revenge porn website, like one of the upload. Now, of course, non-consensual pornography, i.e. knowledge of the other party or images that were as of March 2022.
I feel like there's nothing else that we could say here of any substance. So
all right, think about it. The more I realize, like, I don't know how the fuck you would legislate this beyond a point of distribution. You know what I mean? I don't think there is a reasonable method.
Don't care. I feel like 5 minutes was enough for this topic. There's really nothing else to say. Okay, cool. I'm happy I watched that. I don't know.
I want Papa Gut to pee on my face, but just as a friend. There's nothing weird about that. I want him to pee on my face.